Let me tell you how you can be so screwed, so fast, so easy by real estate. Okay? We have been looking for the last, well, take that back, since '08. Okay, this is till 2020. Okay? You put them years together and you come up with how many? All right? We have moved, let's see, we bought in Florida 3 acres. We hand cleared it, all 3 acres, from top to bottom, side to side. Got it just like we wanted it. Took us 15 years. We got it perfect. I mean, to the T. We were happy. We hand laid the sewer, the lines, the power pole, the water line, everything. We didn't outsource anything. The only thing we outsourced was the septic tank because we couldn't lift it, so we didn't have no choice. Okay, so we were happy. Everything was going good. We bought us a used single wide. Lived in it for about 4 or 5 years, and bought, paid for outright the 3 acres. Okay, I mean land was paid for. Boom, done in our name. Okay, then we decided, okay, let's do something to get rid of the single wide used. Wasn't big enough, and we decided to go to a mobile home place. Bought us a nice little double wide. Everything was laid out perfect. We did our own plumbing with that. We sourced the plumbing on it. Got it all set up. Did a nice deck, a nice front porch. Everything was going perfect. 3 years later, the housing market crashed in '08 or '07 or whatever it was, but it was back in them days. Okay, housing market crashed. We were paying at the time for that mobile home $400 a month for 30 years. Well, guess what? When the housing market crashed, dead on top of husband retiring, it went from 400 to 800. My husband, when he retired, wasn't even making barely $400 a month. Okay, so that was a stress in itself. And when the housing market crashed and we were told without warning, your payments have went from 400 to 800. Like, what? Now, wait a minute. Husband's fixing to retire. He's not going to make no $800 a month. But yet our land is paid for, and we went to $800 a month. I'm like, how in the hell are we supposed to do this? Well, we couldn't. So we thought, quote, thought, there's another thing you got to watch out for. Thought that, well, if that's the case, let's try and sell it, okay? Or rent it, or do something, you know. Well, come to find out, we outsourced to friends, quote friends. Don't never trust your friends or your family, okay? Because that's just a word in my book nowadays, okay? So I went and put the word out that we were selling our place. Oh yeah, everybody went for it. Oh yeah, 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 we'll do this, we'll do that, da 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 da. Come to find out, I trusted, there's another word that I don't trust no more, um, friends, and they screwed us. They took everything we had, everything. They let the place go into foreclosure. They terrorized the place. They tore it up. Uh, there wasn't nothing I could do. Place went in foreclosure. I didn't have no place to call home. We lost everything. It took us 15 years to do that property. It took us 3 years to get us a halfway decent place to live in. Housing market crashed. Friends took us for granted, stole from us. We were screwed. What could we do? What could we do? Not a damn thing. Nothing. Okay? So that only meant one thing. We had to find a place to live. We had to find something with a roof over our head. I didn't give a crap if it was a box that we had to live in. I had to do something. So at the time, I was raising rabbits. Well, being our place was going in foreclosure, I had to give away all my rabbits, and I didn't have just a few. I had a bunch. I had to give all my cages away that I made, which weren't small cages. They were 12-foot, 4-compartment cages. Okay? And I didn't have just one or two. I had like 15 or 20. I had me a rabbit farm going. I had good things going. But I didn't have enough money in it or coming out of it to make a $800 payment on my place to save it. Which sucked. Which really friggin' sucked. Bad. So I didn't know what else to do. I was devastated. We were both devastated. We were totally lost. Totally lost. And the only thing I knew to do to get us a place to call home was let my back door neighbor have my 16 by 20 foot shed that had my rabbit feed in it and my wire and everything I was doing with rabbits. Let him have the shed for us to use his one-man camper. Okay, sort of like a trade-off. We didn't have no choice, so we made the trade-off. We lived in a one-man camper until we could find enough money up, build up enough money to buy our own. Well, we didn't do much better, but it was better than what we had. So we bought our own camper and lived in it for another 2 or 3 years. Went to 2 campsites. First one, okay, we stayed in it for 6 months, maybe. I don't know, 6 months, maybe more or less. I don't know. But he was a womanizer, the owner of the campsite, and screwed us every which way he could. We never did nothing wrong to the man. Okay, my husband went to work for a asphalt plant. Okay, where he did the road local. And while he was gone, the owner of the campsite decided to gang up on me with the neighbors that I never knew, you know. But yet, I didn't know this until after the neighbor came over and talked to me and said, so-and-so is talking this, that, and the other about you, and this, that, and the other. I'm like, oh, really? I said, well, next time he comes over to you or says anything to you about me, tell him to come on over. I'll be willing to talk to him. Nah, he's too low for that. He'd rather go through the neighbors and let the word get to them about me, and they come to me. Well, I told my husband when he came home about it, that ain't gonna work. I said, you think? He said, yeah, I know. He said, if he has a problem with us, or with you, or with me, or anything, he needs to come and talk to us. I said, he ain't gonna do that. He's too low life to do that. I said, you know what? Let's just pack, rack, and stack and get the hell up out of here. We had just paid that sapsucker $500 a week ago, before all this. And he's gonna come off with crap? Well, I got news. We packed, racked, and stacked. We got the hell up out of there. But before we left, I told my husband, I said, before we leave, we're getting our money back. Whether, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna get my money back so he can just kiss my hairy you know what. So my husband said, all right, you're right. We need to get our money back because it ain't been a month. And he ain't keeping my $500. So we get everything packed up. We sit there till the office opens. I go to walk to the office, and they tell me I'm not allowed in the office. I was there. I got news for you, asshole. You got my money, and you will give it back, or I will be calling the law. And if you don't want me to call the law, you better hand over my damn money. And I'll be glad to leave this sapsucking place. We got our money back. While I was in the office getting my money back, he was out there talking to my husband, telling my husband, you can stay, but she's got to go. My husband told him real quick, like, you are you ever loving going. You think for 1 minute I'm going to leave or she's going to leave and me stay here? That ain't happening. Well, over time, after we left, we went to another campsite. It was all right at first. It was fine. I don't know what happened. Never talked to the manager, never talked to anybody other than who we talked to get in the place. Give them our money, and boom, that was it. Over time, I don't know what happened. Yeah, manager or whoever, the owner or somebody, got stupid and told us we had to leave. I'm like, for what? I'm shutting the place down. Really? Well, what are you going to do with all these campers? They're going to have to leave. Come to find out, it wasn't just them, it was just us. Why? I don't know. Maybe we're too good for people. I don't know. Or maybe we're just too damn smart. I don't know what the deal is. But that's 2 campgrounds that we got shafted. Okay? But during the time we were there, we found out something about the first campsite owner. He's a womanizer. He conned his so-called then wife to get away from her husband then to go with him. And come to find out, who I was talking to, or who shared this information, was a friend of the wife that knew all the scoop of what was going on with that place. I said, oh, well, that explains a lot of it right there on why he's so cozy-mosey with the residents there. He wants his pick of who belongs and who don't. So we just wasn't in his clique. But that's all right, fine. Ain't worried about that. I don't need to be in anybody's clique, okay? I don't need to be in anybody's gang or anybody's business if they're going to shiest everybody. You know, that ain't me. I always thought about, people helping other people. But not nowadays. Not nowadays. You can hang that up. Don't trust your friends. Don't trust your neighbors. Don't trust nobody. Nobody. Zilch on. And as far as, oh, there's some nice people in the world. Really? Really? I want to see them because I ain't found any. unless they're online. But then online, hell, you don't really get to know people anyway, so what the hell? And sometimes not even online, because I've been scammed there too. So, needless to say, I told my husband, I said, that's it, I'm done. I'm done with Florida. I'm tired of living here. We've been shafted, scammed, taken every which way people can. We have nothing left. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. So we did. We trusted. There's another word. See, that's the same word. Trusted. Trusted. Don't trust nobody. A friend. There's that word again. Friend. And said we can move up there in Indiana where he's at and he'd help us out. Well, long story short, nope. That didn't work out either. We got scammed by him not once but twice. Took our money, took our camper, and poof, there we were, out again. So we moved to an apartment. Stayed there a year or two. Got scammed out of that. Me and the agent or whoever she was that came by once a month or whatever to collect the money tried to scam us out of our money. And I got up in her face and told her what it was about because I am tired of people screwing me. Without the Vaseline, without thank you, without anything. I'm sick and friggin' tired of it. So yeah, I turned loose on her ass. Excuse my French. If you don't like it, sorry for your luck, but I'm telling you like it is. Okay? So once I told her what it was about and how things were and what I felt and how things are, and told her how life really is, she didn't like it, and I found out the hard way. She didn't want us there in the first damn place. Well, if that was the case, why'd you let us in? Okay, so, alrighty then. You're militias, and you're in the gang, you're in this, and I'm like, really? Tell me another one. You don't know me from Shinola. Well, we got tired of that crap because it wasn't going to work out. I got up so upset. My husband got upset. He ended up in the hospital while we were in the apartments over this crap. And she walked by our apartment with a smile on her face going, wow, you gonna move? I said, I'll move when I'm damn good and ready. You got my money. You ain't got nothing to say. So you need to keep on going. So I got a hold of somebody, my next door neighbor's sister. And I told her what's going on. And she said, oh my God, that is so screwed up. I said, yeah, you think? Well, come to find out, while we were discussing the situation on the phone, told her what was going on. She said, what are you going to do? I said, right now I can't do nothing. Okay, I can't do nothing until he gets out of the hospital from a heart attack. She said, well, if you need me, let me know. I'll help you the best way I know how. She's the only friend I can actually trust. Okay? The only friend. So I said, well appreciated. I call her a friend because back then when we first met, she wasn't here nor there a friend because I didn't really know her. And at the time we met, her sister was dying. Within a week after I met her. Okay? So Needless to say, after we got off the phone, a few hours later, she called back and said, Gail, um, we're going to have to go to Indianapolis. I said, what for? She said, they just kicked your husband out of the VA hospital. I said, dude, what? Here I am, an hour and a half away, not knowing nothing. And they called her, or he called her, or something, somehow or another. They got a hold of her and told her they need to go pick him up because they just kicked him out. I'm like, what the blankety blank, so and so, da 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 is going on? What is happening? Why is this happening? We have been shafted, scammed, screwed every which way we can, and now this, I come unglued. I lost it. I'm sorry. I can take a lot of crap, but when it comes to the VA doing what they did to him, I lost it. That's okay. That's okay. I can't go up there. I can't go up there because I ain't got no driver's license. I don't know the first thing on how to get there. You're gonna have to come and pick me up and take me up there to go get it. She said, I can do that. There ain't no problem. I said, look, I'll pay you for the gas. Just don't worry about it. I just need to go up there and get it now. She said, I'll be there within 15 minutes. Hang tight. So she came and got me. Me and her talked the whole way. And she didn't know what to say. She didn't know what to think. She didn't have no clue of why we were going through all this crap. Okay? We went up there and got him. And yeah, I was super PO'd. I mean, I was fit to be tied. I went in the VA hospital. I found him. I went to the floor. And I told the supervisor or whoever I talked to, I said, this is BS. My husband spent years in the Army, and this is the way you guys are going to treat him? You kept him in the hospital downtown where we were at for a day on a bed. Didn't pay no attention to him. Then you shipped him up here to Indianapolis for another day, and then you're going to kick him out with no clothes? What's wrong with you people? Have you lost your ever-loving mind? I said, I tell you what, I don't know who I got to talk to or who I'm talking to. I said, but I tell you what, I'm taking this to the board of the VA administration. So whoever kicked him out or whoever's doing what they're doing, they need to be fired and put my name on the list. Because this is bull crap. There's no sense in people treating our veterans the way they treat them. It's not what they went to fight our freedom for. If you can't treat our veterans any better than that, you need to close your friggin' doors. And that's what I left it at. And I went out the door, got my husband, we went to the car, we headed back down. And I told my husband, I said, this is crazy. We can't afford to move. We ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. And we are getting shammed, scammed, shysted every friggin' way there is. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So we went on our own out of the apartment. We got out of the apartment, tried to find a place. Oh yeah, we found a place. Back to the same person that we trusted to say he'd help us out, and he screwed us for a second time, only a little better. I said, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. So we said, all right, let's try and do something a little better. Let's try and find us a place. So we scouted around, looked in the papers, looked online, everything. We found a place. 10 acres. Hell, I was on Facebook back then. I even went on Facebook looking, to see if I could find something. And I put out posts that we were looking for a place to call home. With me and my husband, at the time it was one dog. And it took me a few months to get somebody to respond to the situation. And they responded. They said, look, I got a place. It's 10 acres, two ponds on it, big shed, or a pole barn, or a garage, or whatever it was. I forget at the time. But, it's not a house. It's a garage that they converted into a living area. Okay? Fine. I don't care. I got to get out of here. Okay? Told us where the address was. We looked at it. We checked it out. We said, yeah, okay, we can deal with this. $500 a month. Fine. It was a rent-to-own thing. Well, come to find out, after a year, she wanted so-so, quote, money to buy the place. I said, woman, I want a fixed income. I just can't poof money out of my butt somewhere and give you that kind of money. And we fixed up the place. We took money out of our pocket to fix the place up. It had no wiring. The plumbing was screwed up. The whole inside of the ceiling was screwed up. They tore all that out. Took the walls down. It was damn near gutted, I'll put it that way. We fixed the place. You know what they have her come back and say? Well, I got a $800 tax payment on that place. And I had to take out a loan to do it with. And this, that, and the other. And if you can't buy it, I'm going to have to sell it. I said, really? I said, $500 ain't doing what needs to be done. Won't you turn the taxes over to us and we'll pay the taxes? We'll probably get a better deal on the taxes because my husband's VA. Oh no, couldn't do that because come to find out, the people she took the loan out on didn't know she had renters, buyers, or somebody in the place. And she didn't know what the loan officer or whatever was going to do. So that put us on the fence of either staying there and taking a chance it don't get jerked out from under us, like our first 3 acres did, or say the hell with it and go try and find another place. Plus, she said whatever money we invested in the place would go towards us, towards the buying the place or renting the place or whatever the hell she thought she was doing. We gave her receipts. We showed her what we were doing. She even came down after a few months, about 8 months later, and showed what we'd done to the place. Dressed it up really good. The neighborhood was complimenting the place, and, this, that, and the other, but did it make a difference? Nope. No, it didn't. Didn't make a damn bit of difference. She didn't reimburse us. She wanted her money, or we had to move out, or something out there, right? That took it out of that money, $500 a month for a year. People, let me tell you something. From the time we lost our 3 acres in Florida to now, if I could get back all the money that I've spent on places that would help us, I'd be a millionaire by now. And I wouldn't need no have to worry about a friggin' place. I go buy my own place outright. Pay the taxes 5 years in advance. So they'd leave me alone. So let me tell you, after we lost that place, we went to another place. The old man said, I got this place where I'm living now. He got shafted by his assistant. So I guess to get back what she screwed him out of, he's going to screw us. Which we didn't know at the time. Until it was too late. Which is always the course with us. So we ended up in this place. A trailer and a cabin. Trailer's too small for me to live in it. So now we're in two different places on one property. The place sits on a mound. I mean, just barely a mound. It's got 90-foot trees dead on top of us. I mean, dead on top of us. Can't cut them down because they need to be climbed to be cut. At $5,000 a pop, I don't have that kind of money. I can't take out a loan for that kind of money. Okay? I can't afford that kind of loan to have them cut. So here we are. We not bought the place, but we're not far from it. 3 to 4 years from now. I live in a cabin, he lives in a trailer. Here's the deal with this. Trailer has no hot water. Yeah, you can go with a tankless. But hell, we ain't got that kind of money to put on it. We can't do crap. He can't cook because the place has propane. I couldn't afford the $5,000 to put a tank and have it filled up. So we had to go without. People, I swear to God, I don't know how the hell we managed to get in the mess we are from '08 to now. So please, please, I urge you desperately to have some brains, some smarts, to learn how people can shaft, scam, take you for everything you friggin' own. Okay? Because now, we just got back, as of yesterday, and today's 10/31, Halloween, and we took a trip to Kentucky. Of all places, yes, I know. To see if we can find something there. Again, same thing. Except this time we were going to be smart, or try and be smart, and go with a realtor. They didn't help us. I went through 5 different realtors. Five. Five. Not one of them helped us. Not one. Chased our tail from one end of Kentucky to the other. I said, to hell with it. Done. It's finished. It's over. Let's head home. We did. 2 days sleeping in a Nissan. That wasn't very comfortable. Not with 2 people with bad backs. Okay? But we did it. Spent 3 days up there looking, talking, asking, begging, pleading, begging. Do you think they care less? Hell no, they don't care crap about you. Okay? All they want is your money any way they can get it. Okay? So people, whoever watch this video, please, I am begging you, do your research. Research number 1. If you don't have the money to buy a place, don't bother looking. Because they ain't it. They're going to tell you, oh, you can do this, you can do that, and no. They ain't going to do shit. 5 realtors I went through. Didn't do crap, but showed me crap that wasn't going to pass. For a VA loan, that was a waste of trip. Waste of money on gas. Waste of time. Yeah, the only thing I can count it as a short vacation out of Indiana. Okay? So, people, be smart, please. I'm not saying I'm stupid. I was just trying what I thought would work. Okay? But and not only that, but I was trying a hard fact of life with my husband going, look, there's no sense in looking when you ain't got no money to look with that these people are actually going to help you. Because all they're going to do you is feed you crap, feed you lies, scam you, and show you junk. Until you can come up with $40,000, $50,000 shaking their face, you might get some decent reaction. Till then, don't bother looking. Please, I insist, do not bother looking. Because they're going to feed you a line of shit from here to China. And that is my story. Take it from my advice. Do your research. Because now we're going to sit here in this place for another 3 years, pay this sucker off. It ain't going to sell because of the condition it's in, because the cabinet has no toilet. I'm using a porta potty. I have the stove, refrigerator, stove, shower, freezer. We have to cook over here. I have to cook dinners over here to give to him. So I have to make stews and soups and casseroles and big ass pots of food to give him for the week. Okay? And I can't cook every day certain little meals like potatoes and pork chops and corn and beans and all that, an everyday meal. I can't do it. Okay? We just cook big pots of spaghetti, big pots of stews, whatever I can get away with that'll last him for a week. Me, I ain't worried about eating. I ain't worried about eating. Piss on it. I'll live off the air. Okay? My main concern is him. Okay? Otherwise, I just live off sandwiches and top ramen and cereal and, just stuff to get me by through the day. My sodas. I know it's all fattening, but hey, what the hell? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Anybody tell me? I make a little bitty $500 Social Security check. How much that gonna work? He makes, wouldn't say big money, but he's got the VA and the Social Security. So, in between the two of us, we're like $10, $15 from being $3,000 a month. So, I done laid down the law. I done put my foot down. I said, look, we've tried this for so many years, and we haven't gotten nowhere but back in the dump. I'm done. The situation is my little bitty $500 check, which again, like I said, is not much, but I will take it, put it in the bank. I already got one account, so my Social Security goes to this. I'm going to open up another account. I'm going to take that little $525. I'm going to put the $500 in the main account. I'm going to take the $25, put it in the second account. Okay? When that gets so much money in that account, I'm going to take it and put it in the main account, the first account. Help that main account build up a little more. Okay? So, or just make the second account a little extra money that we can use for like groceries or whatever we gotta have. Okay? People, we have been in a world of mess since we moved up here. I mean, literally a world of mess. Drastically. If it's not one thing, it's another. Just like yesterday, when we got back, he had to have a tune-up or maintenance on the car. Okay. Well, come to find out, we also needed 4 new tires because the guy says, "I don't know how you made it back on them tires." He said, "I've been in business for 30 years, and I've never in my lifetime seen tires as bad as these." Well, to us, hell, we look good to us. He said, like I said, I'm surprised you made it back alive. He said, these tires are so chopped up and messed up that they got to be fixed. They got to be changed. They got to be taken off. Or you're just taking a chance with your lives every time you get in the car. And I'm like, what else can happen? So I said, well, if we ain't got a choice, what do we got to do? He said, you got to get some tires. I said, well, what's it going to cost us? The cheapest. I said, because right now we don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. All I can tell you is it's going to cost us at least $600-700. I'm like, oh my God. I said, dude, we ain't got but $100 on us right now. I can't touch it. And that's only because I had it hid and didn't say nothing until now. He says, well, you're going to have tires one way or another. He said, I'll tell you what, I can try and get you some credit. I said, Lord, please, there goes another bill. He said, if you got $100, you can give me the $100 and I'll get you some credit where you can get the tires. But you got to pay the credit. Well, what else is new? People, we just went through a refrigerator that quit. On top of that, right behind that, the friggin' washer and dryer quit. Right smack behind it a month later. Here we are in the pandemic. Can't get crap. And here we are now. Again. Went to Kentucky. Chased our butts from here to China. Didn't catch nothing. Didn't see nothing. Didn't get nothing. Came back. Gotta have tires. $600. Fixing to pay the washer and dryer off. Now we're gonna try it. We're gonna pay that off and get into another bill. Then we're gonna have brakes. Gotta get that done. Can't do that until we pay like 4 or 5 months on the freaking tires to get the brakes done. I don't know what else to do. I mean, I work online for pennies of a day. I can't find nothing online to make any money. People are saying, invest, invest, invest. I'm not invested. I'm invested enough. My money's already going so far out I can't even see it. From the time it's printed on the paper to the time it gets my hand, I don't even see it. What the hell am I going to invest? So that's out. So tell me something new, please. Can't sell crap in here because I ain't got nothing to sell. Okay? Can't work because we're so damn worked out, we can't work. Okay? So tell me something new I don't know. I'm so fed up and tired and deranged and stressed. And I don't know what else to do. And here we are on an election. It kind of makes me wonder on that one too. whether it's Trump or Biden. I don't see Biden getting it. I see Trump getting it. But that's an if too. A big if. So if Biden gets it, we're going to be screwed anyway. Like, we screwed enough. Okay? So it is what it is. Life is what it is. You just have to make the best of it. And I don't see how. Okay? I mean, I do not. I'm at my rope's end. The last strand of rope is now shredding thinly. So that's why I say, please learn from other people's mistakes. Do your research. Think smart. Don't put the horse before the cart. Which is what we were doing basically. We're trying to move without money when you got to have money to move. So that's all I got to say. All right. And with that, I'm going to have me my hot chocolate coffee and call it a day and go do what I do. Well, sit back and watch the day go by. And hope like something changes real quick for the better. And go from there. Take care. Learn from other people's mistakes. Learn from your own mistakes. And think smart. With that said, I'm out. Bye.